truth about the way body when the first to come up with biology. To analyze the lives in the society when the first to come up with Egyptology. To construct the pyramids that you see when the first to come up with psychology. To analyze the minds in the vicinity when the black and white story in a me mind. Yeah. Say we have to analyze it. Me, I go tell you a little something about white history. Say how they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them a telling of them history. Cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. They come out of the mountains and mix up with seed. Here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, black, black. It's white, white, white. But let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, black, it's white, white, but let we tell the story. May I will tell you a little truth about the black history. So the people who can hear and those who can see, we're the first to come up with anatomy. Analyze the truth about the way body, we're the first to come up with biology. To analyze the lives in the society, we're the first to come up with Egyptology. To construct the pyramids that you see, we're the first to come up with psychology. To analyze the minds in the vicinity, we're the first to come up with musicology. To put the rhythm on your soul and make it rock steady. Correction, my friends, with the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, 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 but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, 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 it's white, 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 but let we tell the story. Black and white story in my mind. Oh yeah, say we have to analyze it. Black and white story in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Black and white story in my mind. Oh yeah. Say we have to analyze it. Me, I go tell you a little something about white history. Say how they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them, I tell enough of them history. Cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. They come out of the mountains and mix up with the here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, 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 but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, black, it's white, white, but let we tell the story. May I will tell you a little truth about the black history. So the people who can hear and those who can see, we're the first to come up with anatomy. To analyze the truth about the way body, we're the first to come up with biology. To analyze the life in our society, we're the first to come up with Egyptology. To construct the pyramids that you see, we're the first to come up with psychology. To analyze the mind in the vicinity, we're the first to come up with musicology. To put the rhythm on your soul and make it rock steady. Correction, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, white, but let's we tell the story. Yes, it's black, 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 it's white, white, but let's we tell the story. Black and white story in my mind. Oh yeah, say we have to analyze it. Black and white story.
Yes, 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 yes. Greetings, 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 greetings. Black and white story. Oh my goodness, that was my song back in the day. That was my song back in the day. Thank you for the applauses. Thank you for the applauses. Respect to all of you. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I pay all of you later. Thank y'all very much. And this is your brother King Simon, starting it a little early. I'm supposed to start it around 5:50 because we got two special guests coming up at 6 o'clock. But wanted to start a little earlier because I wanted to make sure I get this commercial running because they got a nice little Hapi commercial. And I got two of the people that are you would say those are the people that are in the background of the Hapi of the Hapi film that's coming out, because there's going to be a world premiere happening. Woo! The world premiere happening on all your devices. If you could buy your ticket, I'm telling you, if you buy your ticket, guess what? It'll be on all your devices, and the world premiere is happening on July the 18th. That's right, Saturday, July the 18th. And I got Robert C. Gay coming in, and we got Felicia Harden. So we got Robert C. Gay coming in and Felicia Harden. One is an executive producer, and another one is a cinematographer, a writer. I mean, his accolades go deep when it comes to this stuff. So enough respect to what he does. And I met his beautiful wife too. They're very beautiful people. So it is what it is. So enough respect to them and their whole family and what they do, because it is what we do. My name is Brother King Simon, and first and foremost, before I run any commercials down, I just want to, like I said, I just want to run this video and hope it plays, because every time I share this, I think retrograde kind of be messed up. But let me play the Hapi trailer so y'all can see it right now. We're on Facebook and we are on YouTube right now. Facebook at King Simon, and also on YouTube at King Simon Presents. So let me see if this is going to run, and if it don't work, I'm just going to delete and keep it moving. All right. So let me see if this Hapi video trailer is going to run, and then we're going to make it happen right here for you on King Simon Presents. Let's see. Let me make sure. Let me check all the mechanisms right now. Hold on. Let me check all the mechanisms right now to make sure, because I know Felicia's coming up soon also. Let me check all the mechanisms and make sure. Let's start it off. Let's run it. Okay, look like everything looked good. Everything is looking good, and let me see. Okay, looks good. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm going to run it, and here we go. Run it. Okay, we're waiting. We're waiting. We're going to make it happen. There it is. I do see it, but there's no sound. Hold on. Here it goes. There's no sound. There it goes. Always something in this thing, in this darn thing. Hold on. Make sure we got it going on. Man, there's always something. There it goes. Always something, family. It's not one thing, it's another. Oh, here we go again. Yeah, I'm having problems with the trailer on one of my computers here. So I'm sorry. I do apologize, family. The trailer is looking kind of messy. So I don't want to mess up the program. I'm going to probably just pull it, because I am trying to pull it from their YouTube, Hapi Film YouTube, but it's not happening. And I think so. Make sure it is not happening. Yeah, it's not happening. So let me just get rid of it, keep it moving, and that's just what I'm going to do. Get rid of it. I tried it before when I had Infundishi on, Brother Infundishi, but let me just shut that down, and let me just get rid of it. It is what it is. Let me get rid of it and keep it moving, because I don't have no time for the foolishness. Don't have any time for the foolishness, family, really and truly. So in the meantime and in between time, let me just let me get rid of this. Let me get this out of the way. It is what it is. So we're going to keep it moving and do what we got to do. I got to keep the commercials running. All right, there's the applause. There's the applause button. Okay, there y'all are. Thank y'all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was a little lower this time, but it is what it is. So, man, boy, when you try to make things happen, especially with these computers, man, it is what it is. But I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I am true to this. first and foremost, before I show my handsome face, I just want to run down some commercials in the building, let all the people know what's going on King Simon Presents before we bring up these two illustrious guests coming up at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So just let y'all know what's coming up. Next, coming up right here on King Simon Presents. Let's show that right here. King Simon Presents on June 28th, Mr. Nusku Saunders, the millennial Jedna, young entrepreneur coming up. He's going to be dropping some great wisdom and great knowledge right here on King Simon Presents. And like I said, he's a young entrepreneur. I'm so honored to have him. He's doing wonderful things in the community of California. So that's a young brother to look out for. He's like another Les Brown. You know what I'm saying? Not like another Les Brown coming up in the midst of what's happening in this world. This young brother is coming up. I think he's like 20 something years of age. So I gotta show the young brother some love, of course. Also, just want to remind people, if you do want to get 10% off at pedalwise.com, make sure you show this natural gynecologist some love. This sister here provides natural health for beautiful women and women that want to do their thing and want to take care of themselves and take care of their vajayjay and everything else. You want to make sure they're all right. Make sure you get your 10% off coupon code. Put in King 2020. Put in King 2020 at pedalwise.com. And guess what? You will be getting those orders and you will get 10% off. And make sure you tag all social media platforms with Pedalwise, hashtag Pedalwise and all that good stuff. So enough respect to Pedalwise all the time. I'm hearing that y'all are buying, so I'm glad. Believe me, I use her antiviral product because she deals with the whole corona thing and all that. And she got some great products with the elderberry and all these. She mixes Chinese herbs with African herbs, and she helps to heal and reverse different problems in your body with those herbs. So enough respect to Pedalwise all the time. And so let's go to these people right here before we move on. We got another set of people. Let's go to this person. This is the one and only Janelle Lewis. Janelle Lewis is a wonderful real estate salesperson. She's a licensed real estate salesperson that can get you some houses. She can get you some apartments to rent. She can get you condos. She can get you Airbnb. She can get you all this type of stuff in the New York tri-state area if you want to get down with the New York tri-state area, because this is what she do and this is how she do. So enough respect to her all the time. Next, let's big up my brother coming in town. That's right. Don't forget, I'll have him coming up on July the 1st, January. Well, I'm trying to push this year along quick. I guess 2002 has been something else. We just have to push it along. But this brother is coming in deep. His name is Master Yao. Master Yao is coming to town. Master Yao is coming to town, and this event is called Path to High Level Orgasm. Includes semen retention. Oh man, regiments. So he has written 2 books dedicated to women and men, and also Master Yao's event and live stream access. You can go to gti.wildapricot.org/stores and make sure you check out my brother, the one, the only Master Yao, who will be on King Simon Presents. Like I said, on July the 1st, he'll be here, and on July the 5th, Sister Aquarius Maxim, the one who runs the Guap Coin, will be here, and she's an entrepreneur. She's the first Black woman to head up her own cryptocurrency called Guap Coin, and she's a cardologist. She reads cards and break down people with cards and all that from an ancient perspective and bring it to the forefront. That's how she does it. Enough respect to her. And don't forget, on Wednesday, July the 8th, Sister Shahrazad Ali will be in the mother flipping building. That's my sister. When I say that's my sister and you don't want to miss her when she comes up, she gonna be fire. And she's making sure she comes up strategically. She's a strategic person when she does things. So enough respect to my beautiful sister Shahrazad Ali, who will be in the building. On July the 8th. Confirmed, ready, sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered. She's yours. That's right. That's my girl. Don't forget, if you want to do a Numerovation session with me, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022, because I use the numbers that are connected to your birthday and your name and help you to apply it. I don't read people. I give consultation. And if you don't want to apply it, that's up to you. But remember, numerology is the study of numbers. So if you apply the mathematics and learn how to apply them for yourself, because it is applied mathematics, they will guide you. Believe me, it has helped me. And thanks to people like Lloyd Strayhorn, who's one of my teachers, and all the great ones that I've studied from India to Japan to China, big up to them all the time. Enough respect to them. And if you want my books, I got 3 books that's out, got 7 more that I'm writing right now. Boom, this book here is called No Promotion is Bad Promotion and All Publicity is Good Publicity. And remember, just spell my name right. This is one of my motivational books on how to promote from a low level to a high level. So make sure you get it on Amazon and Kindle. And every time you support me, you support Dr. Laila Africa, because he is my publisher, and his wife, the late great Dr. Laila Africa, is my publisher. He trusted me enough to produce and publish my books, and this is what we do. This is the second book. This one is called Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Yes. 1 + 1 is 2, but if you got 2 number ones in the house and they don't agree, guess what? Boom, they will break up. Simple as that. That's how it works. So I try to tell people that all the time. Work your business, work your numbers, learn how to cooperate and complement. That's how it works. And then this is my children's books. Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. In other words, I show you using the science of numbers on how to at least be alerted on what type of ailments can develop in your system from the childhood all the way to adulthood if you don't pay attention to numbers. So if you have a majority of certain numbers, guess what? It's more than likely you can come like number ones. If you have a lot of ones in your chart, guess what? You can have more than likely have either heart problems, eye issues, circulation problem, high blood pressure problem. It is what it is. That's how the numbers work. Just like medical astrology, we got medical numerology or health numerology also. So that's what we're talking about here. And before we get into anything, let me read some of the bios first, of course, before we bring them on, because we got 1 minute before we bring these beautiful people on. Let me show you my beautiful face again. And don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to be notified. That's right. My name is King Simon. That's right. Start playing. Brother King Simon. Put brother before and you'll be all right. I see them in the backstage already, and we're getting ready right now. First, we got Robert W. Gay, the one he calls himself Seed. That's his nickname. That means he plants the seed and make things happen, and that's how seeds start to grow. But Robert is the founder and president of Tehuti Film LLC, a boutique production company specializing in socially conscious short format content and featured length documentary. Tehuti Films has broadcast credits on Viacom, A&E, and PBS networks. As a full-service production company, Tehuti Films' diverse portfolio displays profile pieces of urban entrepreneurs, commercial advertisement, music entertainment, and documentary journalism. Yeah, we're going to have that director of photography and editor and cinematography coming on soon. Let me just make sure I read my sister's bio, at which we read before. She was on there before. She was on this show before. We broke her down. So I probably just read part of it because I know she Detroit born, New York made. Man, that's a good pot right there. Detroit born, New York made in the building. Felicia Harden makes films that inspire her as a Black woman. Trained as an occupational therapist at the prestigious Howard University, HU. Many moons ago, Felicia volunteered as an actor for directors, taking a master level directing for film class with the esteemed Ethiopian filmmaker Haile Jeremiah. Feeling like she won the lottery for so many reasons, she started to pursue a career as an actress in DC. Discontented with the options behind and in front of the camera, she formed a production company with 2 of her best friends, and she started to produce their work in 2000. And in 2014, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. With a family now, she decided to go to film school and occupy her time that might be consumed with her diagnosis, learning how to make films. At City College is where her focus became even more clear. Felicia has produced several films since school, but she is most proud of her thesis film, January 30th, that she uses as an opener to talk to Black women in neighborhoods. I want y'all all to welcome these two great people that let me get my applause button ready. And we're going to welcome these two people right here on King Simon Presents. I want y'all to show them some love as we welcome them on. The one, the only, oh my goodness, Robert, CJ, and Felicia Harden. A lot of mercy, a lot of mercy. Let me put myself in this business. I'm here sounding like a reggae artist. Oh my God. A lot of mercy, a lot of mercy, a lot of mercy. What's up, y'all?
I know. Booyah.
More fire.
Yeah. More fire. We are set, people. We are set. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
I can't hear you, Rob. Okay,
can you hear me?
We're on a delay. I don't know what's going on. We're delaying here. Yeah, I can hear you, but we're delaying here. I might have to do something. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Rob, I'm going to take you off right quick first and then put you back on. And then we're going to put you back on. And then we're going to take you off, Felicia, and put you back on. And let's see what we can do. Talk to me. Let me hear y'all.
Can you hear my fan? Is my fan too loud?
That air conditioner is loud. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking.
No,
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. I'm joking.
Okay. Because I got an old house. This is an old house. It's an old house. There's no central air. None of that.
But we're still on delay. So what I'm going to do is take me out of this.
Okay. Can you hear me, Felicia?
Yep, I can hear you. Come back.
Where did King Simon go?
Yeah, I'm about to be king. I'm about to be Queen Simon, and I will interview Seed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Both of y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Brother Steve, you can hear. Okay, great. Oh man. Woo! Now, my brother, I know you do more than cinematography. Please introduce the world to you, who you are, and what you do, and what's your part in Hapi Film, please.
Well, the first part is that I'm a father. I'm a husband. We run a production company called Hapi Films. My wife and I, we've been doing this for about 10 years. I've been doing this for close to 30. I worked started with Fat Farm. Also gave me my first opportunity to work independently by my own steam. And there I went on to work on multiple other projects. Momia Abdul Jamal was the first film that I worked on. It was called Voices of the Voiceless. And it was shot on 16. It won the Acapulco Film Festival. And I was responsible for editing and kind of what Russell hired me to do, which was marketing, promotion, and licensing. So I went out to do that for about 5 years. And somehow another of just going into vegan restaurants and serendipity of the circles that we were working in, somebody had connected me with Supernova, Queen Afua, Baba Heru, and I went to initiation in 2004 and had met Mfundishi, started learning Medu Nature, and really got involved in the community on the next level. I think the first tier was Raboni Yashua Bar Al Hadi, which a lot of people now call Dr. York, but that's how far in the terms I went back. You know what I'm saying, King Simon?
Yes,
sir. And then from then on, I started looking for something more. I knew that there was more. And that kind of in conjunction with my professional career and my personal career led me to the films that I decided that I want to be a part of. Some which I felt were guided by Netzer, and then some which were, had to do with just business decisions and what was the best thing. in the interim of that, you know, I met Blue Pill and Red Pill. At the time, they had different names. We all had different names, and we kind of we were formulating a civics class, and that really was the foundation of interacting with all the other elders and creating Tehuti Films, which is what and how we came into working with Felicia and Taki Grant, and all of the other elders, you know, 12 PhDs, 2 scholars. There has been a lot of work put in. I'm really excited about the fact that you know, there were some production companies. I'm gonna say it like that for Felicia. There were some production companies that started where, you know, it was like for us by us, and all of the other and everybody that was on staff was Black. Like that doesn't exist anymore. You know? So I think that it's important that we start reissuing that, and not just as a Black, but brown and Latino people, or find some form of inclusive party that we can have diversity without it being like this misnomer, or like, oh, y'all are doing that, what are we doing here? Taki has brought us together in making Hapi for us, by us. And that's a really important thing that we need to discuss even before we discuss the film, because the film could just take it over. There's so many aspects of the film. You know, it took us 4 years to make, and I'm really proud of it. So I'll start with that.
No, respect that. You said a mouthful, brother. You went back to the Ansaro law community, where I used to live back in the day. Oh man, and I used to make the pizza there back in the day. Also, I was one of the pizza men back in the day. So, wow, man, you took me back home. That's a Bushwick. Well, you know, I'm honored to have you here first and foremost. Honored to have you. And let's jump to Felicia. Felicia, of course, I've heard either Taki and very other people say you are a producer and executive producer. What brought you to the film? What made you want to become part of this project? And hey, tell the world who you are in regards to Hapi Film. And of course, the big premiere is happening on July the 18th. Got to remind people of that. Go ahead.
Yes, July 18th at 7 p.m. So you know what? I met Taki Seed and his wife on the street in Harlem. They were actually shooting something. I think they were shooting maybe we have a scene of chocolat. They were getting like Black businesses. So I met them then. And over the course of just talking with Taki, and I had signed up to go on his trip to Egypt, we just had more conversations about the film. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, I was like, wow, this is nice, you know. And then I was just really just trying to just help and kind of just do whatever they needed me to do at this point. Because like Seed said, they had already been shooting this for a long time. And I've only been in the project for the last like 2.5 years. And so this started way before me. But, you know, I got with them and we just kept on going.
And that is very important to know, that people can energetically connect with each other, even on the streets of New York. New York can be like that. You can run into certain people and all of a sudden you got a job.
It was divine intervention. There's no way I could have just thought, like, you know, a couple years ago, oh, I'm going to just make this film with how many scholars, Robert? You said 12? Well, 12 PhDs
12.
and 3? Yeah, there's no way. Like we have some of the dopest people like in the world in this film. We have everybody.
Yes.
You know, I couldn't have written anything better than this. You know,
I'm very proud of the production. I did get to see, I was there at Medgar Evers for the first screening. Oh, okay. And then I did receive the one via email and via, of course, all of our devices on the private screening for press.
Yeah.
Extraordinary. I wanted to show it again. My computer messed up. Like I said, retrograde, whatever grade it is in, it was a low grade on my computer here. So I was not going to show that right now. But what is so compelling is I'm going to what Robert does, because I used to be into I used to have a video and production studio when my cousin. I focused on the photography and he focused on the cinematography, because he went to the Center of the Media Arts back in the day. That putting those pieces together, I know it takes a lot, my brother, and because we're short of time, that's why I want to go into it. We know we got an hour, but I know it took a lot, because I know there's stills that you had to do. I know there's motion that you had to do. And please explain to those young entrepreneurs out there, what does it take to build something like this and to make it all gel together at the end of the whole production? Please explain.
Well, I think that to answer the question, I definitely felt that I was seasoned in what I was doing. I had been doing it for over 20 years. I grew up doing it, but I also feel as though Taki as a producer was also seasoned. So when Baba Haru came and communicated, and Taki said, I'm making this film, and he, serendipity found his way communicating to Taki. Baba has said, I know a DP, I know an editor that you should work with, that you should call. And he didn't waste any time. He didn't say, oh yeah, I'll give you the number, you can call him when you want. Baba literally was the conduit, picked up the phone, got me on the phone, got Taki on the phone. And before you know it, within 3 months, we were in Kemet. We were so the process is not just the fact of whether or not I was seasoned, because I know you're a numerologist, right? And but he was also seasoned. And when we came together, it was kind of like we just took off,
right?
And we didn't look back, and we just made things happen. In combination with the fact that some things had to be redone, but there was already a foundation there that was clear based on Dr. Leonard Jeffries' thesis, which is based on economics, politics, and culture. So there were buckets. Now all we had to do was fill these buckets. But in and of itself, the film, there is nothing as far as cinematography. We went to places that hadn't been opened in 3,500 years. It wasn't just a process of highlighting the soot biddies, or this was the king, this was the queen. Let's take a picture, let's take a selfie. No, this was about governors. This was about people that own land, women and men that own land, that had a relationship to the river. So a big part of this is about families. So within the Hapi River, there's gnomes, and those gnomes that are on the river represent, let's say, jurisdictions. So you're talking about the longest river in the world. It's the longest living organism on the planet, Hapi, which means the Nile River or the Nile Valley.
Right.
These gnomes represented jurisdictions, and based on these gnomes, the people in that jurisdiction would know what they had to deliver to that temple or to that university, as Dr. Jeffries corrected me the other day. They're universities. They weren't temples. They were higher places of learning. So you knew, well, if I grew squash in my jurisdiction based on what the river implemented in, then I had to give X amount of squash based on the gnome to the university. That was the first level of cooperative economics that we applied within the Nile Valley. I think that our job was easy. Like with Taki, he set me in these places. And I had a specific amount of time, and I had to go and review the spaces as a director of photography, and then decide where I was going to be. What was the angle? How did it sound in here? There were multiple roles that had to be played, but that was the international part of, we had 11 days the first time. The first time I was ever in front of the Merkut of Khufu, the pyramid, I was interviewing Zahi Zawis. So no pressure, it was no pressure whatsoever. It's kind of like you're interviewing this figure that you've only seen on that Geo, right? And then behind him is Khufu. Exactly. So there was this great amount of pressure. I know both on my wife and I, and Taki did a great job of kind of just communicating to us what we were going to deal with every day, how we were going to go about putting this together. And it really wasn't something that was done overnight, because we returned. We returned 3 times.
Of course.
Because it's impossible. I personally feel that you can return to Kemet for the rest of your life as you're breathing, and you'll never see the same thing twice. Guaranteed. There's just so much of antiquity that's left there on each site. You're talking about 5,000 BC.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Man, I know it. You know, I've not been there. Only in my dreams. I've traveled in my dreams. I can admit that, but I've not been there yet. And so I do plan on going there. And I've been talking to people like Ashra Kwesi and everybody who wants to bring me there, but I just got to settle some things and I'll be in there. But, you know, that's very interesting that you said. And I'm glad that you mentioned, first of all, we got to bring up Brother Taki, my fellow Hapi brother, because according to Infundishi, he said the sign of Aquarius would be on the Hapi, and both of us are Aquarians. So big up to our brother Taki, who's also an Aquarian like myself. So you know, what's so interesting about that river and the magnitude of that river and all of it, the information that you could actually gather around that river alone, because that's where life basically is started. Because like Dr. Ben used to start, he used to talk about the Blue and the White Nile and where it all started. I mean, bro and sister, I'm so happy for the film, because happy for the film because the film really brought out a lot of the important information that our young people need for the next generation to carry on. And I do implore everybody, parents and everybody, to sit down in front of that world premiere on Saturday, July the 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a world premiere. Go to hapifilm.com and get your front row tickets on any and all devices. You don't have to go to no specific place. We ain't going to the AMC Theater. We ain't going to the National Black Theater. You can just put out your phone, your smartphone, your dumb phone, your tablet, your whatever, and you could watch this. So there's no excuses. Once you get your tickets, you are front row and center. Believe me, when they showed us the press release of the movie and gave the press a free showing, I was sitting on my bed, laying down in my little Android. I tell that people, I was in my little Android. I ain't got no smartphone yet, but in my little Android, I ain't got no iPhone, but I did my Android and it worked. So people, right now, I want everyone that's watching right now, I want y'all to go to hapifilm.com. That's hapifilm.com. And those that are going to be watching, whether you're in England, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in the Caribbean, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth, go and watch it right. Make sure you go and sign up and get your tickets, and make sure you're part of this world premiere, because I'm going to be part of this world premiere on July 18th, and that's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So remember now, if you're in England, I think y'all are like five hours ahead. If you're in California, you're like 3 hours behind. If so you got to pay attention. Yeah. Now, my sister Felicia, it's always wonderful to have you on again, of course. Now, being that you're a quote unquote executive producer and producer, now putting all this together as far as a production perspective, you and Taki and Brother Robert here doing the great works, and all the rest of the team, because this is a team effort and there's no I in team. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure we're clear on that. What was some of the glory moments to you, and what were some of the strenuous moments to you? Because people want to know. I'm a producer of most of my events and the stuff that I do, and it can be something else in the background. It can be all kind of things going on, whether you're traveling from here to Kemet or whether you're doing something in Harlem. What were some of the strenuous moments, and what were some of the glory moments in making and producing this film?
You know, I think money. Always trying to find money. Money is stressful. You got to try to find money. Everything costs money. So the money piece is probably the most strenuous thing. You know, some of the glory moments is just when we finished an interview, or when we were just like, something was done. The third time Seed went to Egypt, that was the time that I went. I just remember at night, we got into a cab and this guy was singing a song. Do you remember what he was doing, Seed? He was like singing a song and dancing. And we went to Luxor. We were in Luxor. Yes. And we were Seed was shooting. He had to shoot yet another scene. You know, I think the day when there was no more scenes to be shot was probably my happiest day, because I was like, yes, we're done. Because it seemed like we would think we'd be done, and then we got to get this. Oh, we got to get this. We got to get this. There was a time that Seed and I actually, within a span of 24 hours, got onto a plane, flew to Detroit. We got the CEO and chairperson First Independence Bank, which is a Black-owned bank. We went home. We shot him, because I'm from Detroit. So we went home. We shot him. Next morning, got back onto a plane to come back to New York, where I had to work my other job. So I think, but all that stuff is fun. Like that's the fun stuff about filmmaking. You know, you have to really like doing what you're doing, because if not, you'll just be miserable at the end of the day. And it's all about Hapi. Like Hapi was, I was just introduced to this. And it was just, this has just literally been a dream come true.
Well, yeah. I'm happy that it's a balanced team, of male and females in there, because you need to show ma'at in everything you do. And that's what's important. You know what I'm saying? Even when I came to my first time meeting most of the team and seeing everybody was at the screening, I'm sure I've met Robert before. I know we have crossed paths because he mentioned some names. So I know we've crossed paths at certain points. I've definitely met his wife before at some point too, because she remembered me and I know I remembered her. So I'm just proud that we are doing it as a whole collective, and that Taki, the mastermind, one of the masterminds behind it, is doing. And I want to ask both of you, this is going to be directed to both of you, what is it like working with a Taki, the Taki Grant himself? What is it like working? Yeah. I want y'all to be real honest with me. I don't care. But Taki, I love him. That's my brother. But I know I'm an Aquarius. He's Aquarius. And I know we can be something else sometimes. So please, I want y'all both. And I'll start off with you, Rob. Please, what is it like working with brother Taki, my brother?
Well, I've worked with a lot of producers. And I have to say that as soon as I first arrived to Kemet, I said, and it was 11 days. It was an 11-day shoot. I said, I don't know if I could come to Kemet again without Taki. Like, in other words, it was spoiling. In other words, that people to go and see things and do things, and we were like in a big bus and everything. I knew that this wasn't the experience that other people were having. That's one call. We also did a tour where we went to the Boston Museum with Asar Imhotep. And I think that just the way that was orchestrated, it was just very professionally done. Okay. We were in and out. We were able to capture things that what this film represents. To answer the question directly, is like Taki went to the Chicago Institute without me, with Fredo Williams. That was the other DP. And they were able to shoot the Castile incense burner. So in other words, as a producer, no one else has done these things before that he's done. There's certain documents and certain artifacts and tombs that were open in communicating how economics had grown throughout the Nile Valley that have never been communicated before, period. They're in books. So for the generation that's now in play, our children, because we all have children, right? They're more so focused on how they can get it right away. Then the next phase will be like, oh, let me go look into Anthony Browder, Nile Valley Contribution Civilization. But first, they need to have that flint. And that flint is, where Taki's talking about the Castile incense burner. Why is that even relevant? Because it shows that there was a civilization prior to ancient Kemet that was there before ancient Kemet. So in the Castile incense burner, you're seeing a procession. And that procession means that there was a Nasut. So there had to be a civilization much further established before Nasut could even take power. And that's what Hapi is bringing to you. It's bringing to you the origins of why we're powerful beings, not just that we were once powerful and that, Massa, can you possibly give us some porridge, sir? No, it's communicating your internal power and how it comes from the elements, it comes from the river.
Yes.
You know, you're gaining your power from your relationship with the river, and the fact that there's the Ganges, there's the Delaware, there's the Hudson, there's the Mississippi, and that is a solution to how we can now gain power, real power. Not talking about de facto certificates. I'm talking about real relationships with elements in our jurisdiction that we can now say, oh, maybe we could create power from that. Maybe we can create agricultural wealth from that. Maybe, and what I mean by power, I didn't say it twice, but like actual solar power and electrical power, you know, from the river, you know, versus constantly paying PSE&G, like all of these other things that are allotted to us by nature, by our relationship with Ra. And that was a lot to pull together in talking about Taki being a producer and trying to push that into a container and get that all into the can. I think he did a great job.
Man, before we move on to you, Felicia, and your experience, he mentioned this book. Of course, I have it on my Nile Valley Contribution Civilization. Let me bring myself so people can get this by Anthony Browder. I'm supposed to be having him on soon. Make sure y'all get this book, Nile Valley Contribution to Civilization. This is a beginner's book. Believe me, when I say beginners, this is for y'all to start. Because some of y'all ain't ready to go that deep yet, but y'all need some of this. So this is a touch to make sure. But it's deep, but it's a beginner's book. I've had this for like, I think, a good 15 years, this book here. So I'm telling you, family, it's so important. Now, my dear Felicia, now what was your experience from your angle of working with our dear brother Taki? And of course, our brother Robert just explained it very eloquently of what he gathered and dealt with, and how the brother dealt with him. Please explain how you and Taki and how you got along with brother Taki, and what was your experience working with our brother Taki?
Okay, so the one thing that I can really appreciate about Taki is that he has a very clear vision. Okay, and having a clear vision is important because then it makes your job so much easier, because you know, okay, he wants this and this and this, and sometimes he would tell me that he needed something done, or I don't know, and I would just be thinking in my mind, how's that going to get done? But it's almost like he knows it's going to get done, and because it's like he gives you faith. I mean, it's like he's telling you, okay, I want you to do this. In your mind, you're like, okay, I don't know how this will get done, but he knows you'll be able to get done. And then once you know that he knows that you're going to get it done, you just end up getting it done. And so when I look back, it's like he's the type of person that he helps you to strive for perfection. There is no perfection, but you just strive for excellence, which is a really, cool place to be. Yeah. He's, he works hard, so all of us have to work hard too. Phone calls at whatever time. I need this, it's, and C should know. I see him smiling, but he should know about them phone calls, because there's been times, and this is one little story. Just one little story I'm gonna tell.
Go ahead.
So this brother, because he has to talk to everybody, he knows everybody's sleep pattern. So if I'm like, oh, let me text C. No, C's not up right now, or C's an early person, or such and such is this person. Oh no, they do da. That's like amazing that he's able to hold all that information. So it's I mean, his attention to detail is impeccable.
Yes.
It's cool. Yeah.
No, Taki, if you're watching, please don't take it wrong. I just want to make sure people know, because there's a lot of accolades been thrown at the brother, and I know he's very humble, and I do the same thing basically. But sometimes we got to receive our roses while we're here, and that's what it's all about to me, And I've known Taki for many years. We're quite familiar with the same walks, similar walks, as far as through the Ansar and all this type of stuff. So we know what it is, And I'm so honored to have both of you on this, because I know background work is not easy. Also, which one of you are doing? I know, Felicia, you do some of the narration also, right? You do some of the narration.
No. That's Lilius White. She's Emmy Award-winning Lilius White.
Oh, Lilius! The great Lilius White.
She is a bad mama. Like, yes. Her voice. Oh, yes.
Man, now tell us about that, because a lot of people now, once again, family, before we go into that, I want y'all to pay attention, because Saturday, July the 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the world premiere. I gotta say it just like that. World premiere, like I'm DJ Khaled. World premiere. Go to www.hapifilm.com. Get your front row tickets. This is front row tickets. This is what I'm talking about. Front row tickets, people. Front row tickets to any and all devices. So whatever phone you got, whatever tablet you got, whatever computer you got, you can be on the front row watching it wherever you're at, on the bus, on the train, in the car, heading down south, heading up to Canada, wherever you are, you can be watching it. Hapi Film world premiere. I'm telling you, don't want to miss it, because like the sister said, they have an all-star cast. When I say an all-star cast, man, I might have to go to the website for this one, because y'all got an all-star cast in this one. Now tell us about the sister that does the narrating, and break that down. What is she like working with, and when you met her, what was she like, and why did y'all decide to pick such a world-renowned narrator like herself?
You know, actually, Taki picked her.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he picked her.
Mm-hmm.
We got a place, like a recording studio, and Seed like led the session. And Taki had already written down like what the narration was going to be, and she just read it. And when I tell you she read it, I was like, wow. Just a couple of takes here and there, but she did a really good job. And her voice is just so contagious. This is infectious. She's like, yes. She has a voice of authority. Just
And my brother, from your perspective, Steve, about her and what she did. And I'm on the website right now, and y'all got Dr. Jeffries, you got Dr. Ashby, you got Boyce Watkins, you got Dr. Malvo, you got Wade Dr. Nova, you got Dr. Raketti Amen, you got Infundisha, you got Dr. Rosalind Jeffries, you got Professor James Smalls. You got everybody. You
got Jabari Osais,
y'all got everybody. Professor Newton. Look. Yes. You got Baba Haroon. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Baba Haroon.
Wait, what? Yeah. Wait a minute. You got Baba Haroon in there. You got Charles Barron. You got Asa Imhotep. You got all. Yes, you do have. Yeah. Y'all got a star-studded cast, man. And I know it took some time. And with working with everybody, how was the energy? No, there was no big eyes and little U's, right? Let's make sure we're clear here. I want to make it, because sometimes we go through this in film production and all that. How was it working with all this all-star cast? Please.
I think for the most part it was easy. Everybody knew what they were contributing, and I think that also lends to being a very good producer with Taki. And as far as him communicating, that was something that I've noticed, that everyone was in alignment with what they did. For instance, I'll give you an example.
Yes.
Lilith White, we were performing an Ifa ritual in Coney Island. And that's something that she was performing with one of the Ifa priests, based on a ritual to Yemaya. And my wife and I were present, we're recording it. We thought we were going there to record the Ifa priest and kind of get a narrative in front of the ritual. And Lilith was there, and she's striving to be a priestess. And before you know it, like, she becomes the narrating voice with James Small for the film. And it just kind of worked that way, where not a lot of this was difficult. It just kind of worked into play. And even in the things that were difficult, we kind of did kung fu front block, and we figured out a way to make it work. There was especially there's, because it's two parts. There's a part that happened international, and then there's a part that happened national. And on Felicia and I partaked on both parts. Her taking me to Detroit was an eye-opener. I had never been to Detroit, so it's different when you go to Detroit and you go with somebody who don't know. And they from the D, like it's a whole different animal. And and I got to see things that I didn't see. And I was like, wow, it kind of bring me into a deeper understanding, one, of who we went to interview, who was Kenneth Kelly, and then what was going on there in that specific state, in that specific jurisdiction, which is so necessary. Like the content that he's talking about, it could just go over your head. And the fact that there was a much larger amount of Black-owned banks, and that has dwindled in what he was communicating, and why we need to support Black-owned banks, because of the fact that we need to make sure that our dollar stays circulating within our communities. What does that mean? That means so much to creating a solution. We could talk about the problem all night long, and I think that that's what some homes, by the way, they focus on the problem. They focus on the symptom. They don't focus on what actually created the disease in the beginning. And I think that that's what Hapi does a very good job of, even though for some it may be an academic film. It's kind of like, no, let's go back, way back, way back into time. That whole thing. Right.
I remember that saying. Way back into time. Yeah. And what's so funny, the Hapi movement is the execution of ideas and concepts set forth for the development of our economic empowerment. And a lot of people, because we're so disconnected from ancient Africa and their economics, this film is so key, and it's going to position the mindset of our young and old to understand that we did have economic empowerment, and they did develop it from a small level to a high level, to the point that Kemet became the mouthpiece of all of Africa. And that's what is key in this documentary, family. So that's why, family, on July 18th, I gotta keep on shouting it from the mountaintop. On Saturday, July the 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, world premiere. Go to www.hapi.com. I'm sounding like Supernova now. Hapi.com to get your front row tickets on any and all devices. I'm telling you, family, this is going to be a very penetrable documentary, movie, film that will help guide you and your children to the next understanding of what they need to do, and generational wealth. Because remember, Kemet was about dynasties. That was families. And family is business. Family is business. Love is law. Family is business. So I am so honored. What's that? What's something in the background? Something in the background. What the heck is going on?
Motorcyclists in Harlem. My God. I can't take it. Between that and these fireworks, it's killing me. I can't take it. It's
Well, Felicia, let's go to you, since you got them cyclists out there, because I've known some cyclists, I've known some groups and some troops, and that's an economic thing also. People don't realize they do parties and have all kind of stuff, and that's something that needs to be promoted to them. Matter of fact, we need all of the cyclists to roll up and have their devices out, or go to their respective clubs and do what they have to do and watch this, so they can get an inkling of what's going on. Because of course the documentary can't cover everything, but at the end of the day, it's going to help us to germinate seeds in our mind, and then move forward to study and research, and then it will open us up to something different and make sure we want to become economically empowered, because that's what Hapi Film is all about. So now in our closing, I want to make sure that everybody is well, because I know sister, you got class and all that stuff, and I want to make sure you all right. And Infadici is a Hapi like me. He's Aquarius also. So I know we want you on time. We want you.
Yeah. But I had one thing to say in terms of, Dr. Jeffries, he says, he who controls the images controls the vision.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the things that we need to really think about and really appreciate when you look at Hapi, because the images, they're just breathtaking. Mm-hmm. It's so beautiful. You see yourself there. you know, you see your ancestors. It's really a beautiful place, a beautiful movie to see. And, you know, you're going to see it one time and you're not going to get everything. And don't think something's wrong. Oh, I don't know. No, everybody watches it. You got to watch it a couple of times and you have to get it. You know, you'll learn. It's like, I mean, I know I have not seen the movie as many times as Taki or C, but I feel like I've seen that movie a lot. And every time I watch it, I find something new. Like that book that you had up,
Anthony Browder's
book. I was rereading that, and he talks about Dr. Bruce Williams, and I was like, "Oh my God, Dr. Bruce Williams is in our film." You know, so it's like every time it's like you're finding something new. Like, oh, I didn't know that, and then that takes you to research something else. So you know, this is what this is. This is what this is. You know, this is what Hapi is.
And it will also be available for digital download. Is that correct?
Yep. Right after the premiere, you can digitally download or order a DVD.
Oh, really? Y'all selling DVDs? They're selling. People still using DVDs? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and in fact, we have a lot of people who had pre-purchased. And this is the thing about Hapi's like audience is that these cats have been with Hapi from the beginning and still supporting, which we really, I mean, we appreciate that. And so everyone who signed up and paid their money for a DVD, those are going to go out on the same time. So that everybody will have, you know, if you pay for your DVD, it's coming to your house. And you can either get your DVD or you can just contact us and do a digital download.
Whoa. Yeah. And I got to put that up. I got to put that up only because, bang, like I said, I made it happen. You make sure pre-order DVD and digital copy on HapiFilm.com. You can do that right now, family. Oh yeah, I'll be typing.
Now, you can do the digital download until the movie premieres. So when the movie is done, then you get your digital. Yeah, you can get a digital download.
But people can pre-order the DVD, correct? And everybody can pre-order it.
No, you'll be able to order it when it's available on July 18th.
Oh, so it's after the showing. Okay, all right. Let me put that after the showing. Now, brother Robert. Now, you know, you got a family thing going on. I got to big up Tehuti Films because you got a family thing going on, and I respect that because, like I said, family is business, and that's what the movie is all about. That's what the film is all about. This dynasty that created business. I mean, they built the temple for Hatshepsut. It was the largest temple out there for a female, a beautiful empress. So, I mean, how is it working with your family? I got to go back to you, my brother Robert, because how is it working with your family, your wife, and everybody? How was that? Because I seen your wife behind the scenes doing certain things at the screening and all that. How is it working with the family, and why is it important to promote family business and family economics, please?
Well, what the Nile Valley has shown us is that there is no wealth or agricultural wealth or generational wealth without there being family. So I want to share this. Black families have been fighting for equality when Europeans have been fighting for equity. There's my wife.
Yes.
And so it's like, yeah, so we like to finish our sentences because we build on these things. We talk about them all the time. So Black families have been fighting for equality when European families have been building equity. It's in the distribution of wealth and how it benefits European societies. That is the issue. Let's not make this about color.
Right.
Let's not make this about anything else.
Right.
It's the distribution of wealth. It's the fact that one form of ethnic group has to deal with equality and identity when the other ethnic group is dealing with equity and building wealth. That's all their primary focus is. So as long as, and that's to answer your question, how we're interacting with each other. My wife is a up and coming director.
Yes.
I support her. She went back to school in NYU. We mirror each other. And at the same time, as far as I'm learning from her, she writes really well. And I have an understanding and relationship with light. That's what I call it. That's what being a cinematographer is having this relationship with light.
Yes.
Those two things, we just help each other. Okay. What do you think about this? So I think about that, and so forth and so on. And the The better part, we have 3 sons watching us.
Yes.
They're watching us. They don't have to do like the sidebar and say, here's what we're doing today. Even though we do that, you know, when it comes to being about, but it comes from seeing on set and just that they support taking our trips. And what we've done, I was able to take my son with me to Kemet. My oldest, he was able to walk around the Merkut and walk around in what is, you know, it can't even be done now.
Right.
Without any kind of security, so that he could explore it on his own. And I think that's a testament to what this film is. And again, it premieres on July 18th at 7 p.m.
Exactly.
You know, I don't think we could do it like King Simon. I mean, it's all this, all this and this.
I'm coming in. I don't remember. I've been on the stage of Madison Square Garden and Randall's Island in front of 20,000 people. So don't mind me. That's just me. But I want to just make sure, Felicia, I know you have family. I know you're busy and you work and you do all types of things. Occupational therapists, all that kind of stuff. How is your children and family accepting of what you're doing and been doing for a while, of course, as far as going to those schools and everything else? Well, how is your children being accepting of it also, and the family around you that accepting of it, please?
You know, they're cool. Like sometimes, like lately, since we've been, you know, launching this, you know, getting the tickets and stuff ready, they're just, every time they come down to the kitchen, they're like, are you gonna leave the kitchen? Are you gonna leave? Are you leaving? And they're like, you're working too hard, mommy. And I'm like, yo, like I'm glad that they are cognizant, and I'm glad that they're paying attention, you know, but I've taken them everywhere. Every film set I've been on, I always take them everywhere. Right. And so they know, because I want them to understand they have to work too, you know. So yeah, everybody's cool. Yeah.
Right. It is hard work, and even building these dynasties and the economic empowerment in Kemet was hard work. We can't take it away. Now we see all the glory and we see all the buildings, but that was hard work. Let's not play with it. Let's not play. And that's what's important. And I once again, family, I cannot stress. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to stress. I'm going to say you need to, just period, just need to. Remember, Saturday, July the 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the world premiere. That's right, on www.hapifilm.com. Get your front row ticket. When I say front row, I mean like right here, front row. Get your front row on any device. Like I'm watching this on Facebook right now. I'm watching it on YouTube right now. I'm watching it on. Get your front row ticket on any device. And remember, get your DVD and digital download after the premiere. Stop playing and go to hapifilm.com and stop playing, family. Believe me, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. I'm telling you, I wouldn't stress it if it wasn't worth it. I'm telling you, with this star-studded cast that they have, go to hapifilm.com and go to the cast, and you'll see the team and the cast, and you'll see everybody that's in there. It's powerful. So I just want to thank both of you. Any last closing words y'all want to share before we get on out of here? Please. Which one want to? You want to go first, Felicia? Or Robert, you want to go first?
I just want to remind everybody, if they go to www.hapifilm.com, you can also sign up for the newsletter, so you can get like breaking news. And please, we reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes, let's give that a round of applause. Hold on, let me give that a round of applause. Oh, yes.
So please subscribe to YouTube and subscribe to our newsletter. That's what's up. And please come out and see the film.
My brother Robert, what will you have to say before we close out, my brother? Go ahead.
When you watch this film, you're going to be able to, when you watch it and purchase it, you'll be able to press pause and stop it, educate your children on what they're watching. And then that'll lead to a timeline that you'll be able to speak about the next subject without losing them. That's how this film was designed. It's on academic level, and it's designed for you to connect the dots. Days have been done, so I'm really excited for everyone to see it. And I'm also very interested in your feedback once you have seen it. So thank you very much.
Once again, let me give y'all both a well-deserved round of applause, family. Thank them very much. Thank them very much. Thank them very much. Thank them very much. I'm paying all of my audience that are clapping. Thank you, audience. Thank you. $1 each. $1 each. This is economics, man. This is economics. But once again, thank both of you, man, and thank both
you, Simon.
Thank you, Brother Robert. Thank you, Sister Felicia. Thank you for just being who y'all are. Thank Brother Taki and the whole team. I can't name everybody in the whole cast. I can't name even the people that cleaned up the set in Kemet, or people that clean up the Kemet walls, or whatever people are doing. Like Dick Gregory used to say, he used to give honor to even the cleaning person inside the house. You got to give them honor. To the least of D, you got to give them honor. So I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great evening, all right? We'll talk later. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Shemotep.
Yes. That's our brother and sister, the one, the only Robert Seed Gay and Felicia Harden. Man, make sure y'all go to the website. Once again, look at this. Look what I got on the screen. It says, for more info about Saturday, July the 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the world premiere. Go to www.hapifilms.com and get your front row tickets right now on any and all devices. Get your DVD and your digital download after the premiere. I'm telling you, family, you're going to love it. You're going to love it when I say that. So enough respect to them. I want to thank all of you for participating, and I want to thank all of the family. Remember, guess who I got coming up next, family? You know I got to big up the people I got coming next right here on King Simon Presents. Guess who I got coming next? Don't you even miss this one, because on this Sunday, we have a young entrepreneur and millennial Jejna, because we know the Ethiopian word Jejna means accountable teacher and guide. Millennial Jejna, he's an old soul. So he's coming, he's like 20-something years old, but he's an old soul, and he does motivational speaking and all that. We got Nasku Sanders coming in. And also, don't forget, on Wednesday, July the 1st, we got Master Yao, the tantric healer and master extraordinaire. Tantric Mr. Master and King Master Yao Morris is going to be in the building talking about tantric healing and why the sexual energy is one of the most powerful energies in the universe. And then on Sunday, July the 5th, Sister Aquarius Maximus comes in. The cardologist I always big up all the time. She also is the first Black woman to own the Guap coin. Big up to her. Go to her website, guapcoin.com, and join the movement of the Guap coin. Cryptocurrency from a Black, beautiful empress like her. She's going to be in the building on July the 5th. And then on Wednesday, July the 8th, guess who we got coming in? We got the one, the only sister, Shahrazad Ali. Bang! She going to blow the place to bits with some information. And then I got my mystery guesses coming up after that. I can't tell you who that is. Y'all just gonna have to deal with the mystery guest. I mean, I got the hint is one of these mystery guests are a booking agent for actors around the world, but specifically in Canada. And she used to be a disco diva back in the day and own her own modeling agency back in the day. But she was going through the racism and all the madness during those times in the acting world and in the modeling world. So boom, there's one story where she had to put a front model who happened to be European for her company, had to put her in the front as to either get into certain doors back in the day. So we're going to have that sister up here as one of our mystery guests. Then we also have a well-trained radio personality from out of New York that's going to be one of our mystery guests. But on July the 15th, this is no mystery because we're going to be having Baba Phil Valentine back up on King Simon Presents. You just seen him on Brother Rich's show. He's going to come in with some fire because we're going to talk about the attack on Black men in entertainment. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to go down the road of what's going on in the entertainment world also. So Baba Phil Valentine will be here on July the 15th. And then we got a martial arts extraordinaire, Zahelia Anderson is coming in. Professor Zahelia out of Sanukas Rue Jiu-Jitsu under Professor Moses Power and her great father, Master Professor Irvin. Man, we got our sisters. I want to see the sisters in the martial arts because I believe that all sisters should learn how to defend themselves in any form of fashion, especially even if they learn improvised weaponry. What do I mean by improvised weaponry? Guess what? Anything in your bag that you carry can become a weapon like this. This is a weapon, although it's a highlighter. Guess what? I can highlight somebody's backside with this if I use it appropriately. That's how we highlight, making it become a bunting tool. So that's how we do what we do. All right. So we got a lot of stuff coming up right here on King Simon Presents. And don't forget, if you want to do a Numerovation, let's go to my book first. Those who want to pre-order my book right now, my new book called Numerovation for Mental Stability. The price is $40.40. Everything is included. Travel, shipping and handling is included. And you could order right now via PayPal. That's www.paypal.me/the Numerovator. And please include your full name and mailing address in the PayPal notes section so I can send it to you. All of the books will be sent out between August, September, October, because due to what's going on and all that, we want to make sure everything is right, and we want to make sure everything. So please be patient with me. I gotta say, please be patient. It's a powerful book. It's going to help give guidance to mental stability. So if you have people that are suffering, or you want to learn to recognize mental health in certain people or certain cycles that can bring about mental health, you got to pay attention and read that book. It's called Numerovation for Mental Stability. That's coming up. So enough respect to what I am doing, of course, and the ancestors are downloading in my very spirit. Don't forget also, family, bang, please like, share, subscribe to King Simon Presents on YouTube. And don't forget, join my Patreon, because right now on Patreon, I got the Phil Valentine and Dr. Nalani interview that I did up here. I had removed it from YouTube because of certain things that were said, and I had to remove it from YouTube and put it on Patreon. So please go to www.patreon.com/King Simon Production. Also, you can hit me up on my website. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or hit me up on my other website, www.numbersaresimple.com. That's www.numbersaresimple.com. Okay. And if you want to do any consultation with me or advice, get advice from me using your numbers, Numerovation consultations, please text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. If you're outside of the United States, please use WhatsApp. Please use WhatsApp. If you're outside of the United States, text me. Nobody call me. I don't need you for call me. This is not Cleo. So I say call me no. I say text me no. and you can hit me up on Facebook and IG. And that's King Simon Production on Facebook and IG. And remember, if you want to show some Cash App love, please spread love. Cash App love. That's true. That's $ King Simon 3158. That's $ King Simon 3158. Make sure you hit me up on that Cash App love, man. Let's show some love on that. And if you can want to hit me up on PayPal, that's www.paypal.me/King Simon. What else do I have to big up before we get on out of here? Oh yeah, gotta big up this sale that's going on. All right, look. Right. Let me make sure this is happening. Boom. All right, look. Remember, if you want to save, this website, pedalwise.com, is ran and operated by Black-owned and operated, melanated-owned and operated people, and it's called pedalwise.com. You can save 10% off with a coupon. The coupon code is KING, referring to the King, King 2020 at www.pedalwise.com to place your order. And please tag at Pedalwise at all your social media platforms and hashtag. Please give them a hashtag, show them that love, all that kind of stuff. Women, this is a natural gynecologist. So she really used Chinese medicine and African medicine and give that greater combination and show you how to heal or reverse the effects of what's going on with fibroids, tumors, and all different various types of things. So enough respect to the judge and the whole family and Tito and the whole crew at pedalwise.com. Also, family, let's move on to this. Ooh, the path of the high orgasm. Oh, the high level orgasm. My goodness. This is Master Yao's event. Remember, Master Yao is coming in July the 1st. That's Wednesday, July the 1st. The Path to High Level Orgasm, which includes semen retention. It is 7 courses. It is a 7-course meal. Master Yao is offering not only in a live event, but he's also doing a live stream access. So please go to gti.wildapricot.org. That's gti.wildapricot.org/stores, and you'll be able to check that out and be a part of the experience if you don't be in Atlanta enjoying it, because he gonna drop that wisdom on that. All right. And going to my dear sister, bang, Jaleel Lewis, good friend, good family member, friend of mine for many years, licensed real estate salesperson. You want a condo, you want a room to rent, you want an Airbnb to come when you come in New York, you want to buy a house. This sister can do some great consultation, give you some good guidance. And if she can't connect you to inner New York, she can connect you to outer New York and Connecticut and New Jersey, all the tri-state area. Give her a call or text her at 347-866 1153. That's 347-866-1153. And don't forget my book. Oh, no, not my book. Don't forget my my Numerovation consultation. Text right now, 347-496-1022. You see this on Brother Rich. I advertise on Brother Rich because Brother Rich and I support each other. We love each other. That's why you see this flyer on his thing. I sometimes advertise on Cinetta's TV when I'm doing major events, but big up to both Cinetta and Brother Rich. And remember, study of numerology or numbers is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will work for you. So if you want to do a numerology consultation, text me at 347-496-1022. Big up to my dearest friend Renetta, who hit me up. She's Yende's daughter, who hit me up from out of Georgia. She wants to do a session, so big up to her all the time. If you want my book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. That's Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. You can order it on Amazon and Kindle right now. And remember, this is my other book, Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. Numbers are simple, our children's health is important. But if you're a child of God, Ra, Allah, whatever you are, this book can help you and give you guidance to understand your numbers in correlation to your health and what to look out for. And don't forget my promotional book, No Promotion is Bad Promotion and All Publicity is Good Publicity. Just spell my name right. It's a motivational book. It's a book that gives you advice, how to get sponsorships, all of that. So if you order my books on Amazon and Kindle, you're not only going to support me, you're going to support Baba Laila Africa and his beautiful wife, the late, great Baba Laila Africa and his wife. He is my publisher for these 3 books. These next books that I'm coming out I'm publishing every one of the next ones, but I want to make sure I show love to Baba Africa, who showed me love when he said, I'm going to publish your books alongside my books. And if you go to his YouTube, you could Google up Dr. Africa and King Simon, and you'll see when he interviewed me about my book. Dr. Africa don't usually do that. He don't interview people. He interviewed me about my book. So I am so honored that I had the chance to spread love and share love with that brother, Dr. Laila Africa, on all that he showed and all that he did and all that he offered. And make sure you continue to go to the website. Remember, in the description of these particular videos, you do find the links to Dr. Africa's website, because he still has his classes on there. They still have the products and it's high integrity. And the classes was taught like 3 years ago. He dropped wisdom. And like I said, one of my friends purchased a class and she said the intro was too deep. The intro, you need to get your pen, pad, and paper when you start taking Dr. Africa's online class, because the intro is so informative that it could boggle your mind. So go to his website, LailaAfrica.com. That's LailaAfrica.com, and show him love. Show Dr. Laila Africa and his legacy some love. His wife is handling everything. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and being a part of it. I want to give y'all a round of applause also, because y'all didn't have to show up. Y'all did not have to show up. Y'all did not have to show up. But I love y'all, and I respect y'all, and I honor y'all. And I want y'all to understand that's what I do all the time. And before we move on, I will move on to something else. We're getting ready to lash on with my song. And we're going to close out with my song all the time. And once again, want to thank all of you. Thank your family. Remember, go to Hapi happyfilms.com. Make sure you go to happyfilms.com and show Hapi Film some love. Remember, the world premiere is happening July the 18th. July the 18th is the world premiere of Hapi Film. Saturday, July the 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a world premiere. Go to www.happyfilm.com. Get your front row tickets right now. And it will broadcast on any and all devices. And after that, you can get your DVD or digital download after the premiere. But make sure you get it, because it's all about educating our people about economics and how ancient Africa had economics, how Kemet had economics throughout all of it, because Kemet was the mouthpiece. Woo! All right, now let me get on out of here. Let me step to the rear and get the heck on out of here. Once again, want to thank all of you for being a part. Let me see what I got lined up. Okay. Oh no, that's not the song I wanted to line up. Okay, that's not the song I wanted to line up. Boom, boom. All right, let's line it up. I sing, regardless of land, labor, language, there's but one God. Help you, mighty nation, you can accomplish what you will. This is my song. I'm turning it into a children's book. This one is called Black and White Story. Say we have to analyze it. May I go tell you a little something about white history. Say, oh, they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black, how very ugly. I like them, are telling of them history, cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. They come out of the mountains and mix up with seed. Here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. May I go tell you a little truth of the black history. Is for the people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy. We're the first to come up with biology. We're the first to come up with Egyptology, to construct the pyramids that you see, to analyze the minds in their vicinity, to put the rhythm in your soul and make it rock steady. That's what I used to do. It's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Say we have to analyze it. Black and white story in my mind. We Black and white story in my mind. Say we have to analyze this. Me, I go tell you a little something about white history. Say how they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I like them, I tell enough of them is sweet. Cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. We come out of the mountains and mix up with the here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Me, I will tell you little truth about the black history. So the people who can hear and those who can see, we're the first to come up with anatomy. To analyze the truth about free will, but we were the first to come up with biology. To analyze the life in our society, we're the first to come up with Egyptology. To construct the pyramids that you see, we're the first to come up with psychology. To analyze the minds in that vicinity, we're the first to come up with musicology. To